Good morning, my Tubies and my TikTokers. Well, actually, I have to find a way to get this on my TikTok. But anyway, yeah. Today we're getting ready. Today is September 9th, Friday, and we're doing our empowerment for the day from the book of Matthews, the gospel. I love the gospels. Like I say, every time I read it, it makes me feel so empowered and closer to Jesus Christ. It makes me feel so much closer. And today we are reading from the Easy Read version, Matthew's chapter 3. John prepares the way for Jesus Christ. That's what we're getting ready to read about. When it was the right time, John the Baptizer began telling people a message from God. This was out in the desert area of Judea. John said, "Change your hearts and lives, because God's kingdom is now very near." John is the one Isaiah the prophet was talking about when he said, "There is someone shouting in the desert, 'Prepare the way for the Lord, make the road straight for him.'" That's another Bible prophecy that's fulfilled, and that was spoken of at Isaiah chapter 40, verse 3. John's clothes were made from camel's hair, and he had a leather belt around his waist. For food, he ate locusts and wild honey. People came to John from Jerusalem and the rest of Judea and from all the areas along the Jordan River. They confessed the bad things they had done, and John baptized them in the Jordan. Many Pharisees and Sadducees came to where John was baptizing people. When John saw them, he said, "You are all snakes." You see how he speaks of the Pharisees? Who warned you to run from God's judgment? Who warned you to run from God's judgment that is coming? Change your hearts and show by the way you live that you have changed. I know what you're thinking. You want to say, "But Abraham is our father." That means nothing, I tell you. God could make children for Abraham from these very rocks. The axe is now ready to cut down the trees. Every tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down and thrown into the fire. I baptize you with water to show that you have changed your hearts and lives. But there is someone coming later who is able to do more than I can. I am not good enough to be the slave who takes off his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. He will come ready to clean the grain. He will separate the good grain from the straw, and he will put the good part into his barn. Then he will burn the useless part with a fire that cannot be stopped. Now we're going to go into how Jesus is baptized by John the Baptist. Then Jesus came from Galilee to the Jordan River. He came to John, wanting John to baptize him. But John tried to stop him. John said, "Why do you come to me to be baptized? I should be baptized by you." Jesus answered, "Let it be this way for now. We should do whatever God says is right." Then John agreed. That's how you could tell that Trinity, God, Christ, is the same. No, because you notice what Jesus Christ said, we should do whatever God says is right. So Jesus was baptized. As soon as he came up out of the water, the sky opened and he saw God's Spirit coming down on him like a dove. Again, this disclaims the Trinity. When the sky opened, God's Spirit came down on him like a dove. A voice from heaven said, notice here, "This is my Son, the one I love, the beloved. I am very pleased with him." And we should follow Jesus Christ. So you notice when that voice from heaven, said, now if Jesus was God, who was that voice talking from heaven? You know what I mean? So people believing in the Trinity, I never could understand that because there's so many scriptures to prove otherwise. Anyway, my darlings, my beautiful ones, I hope you enjoyed your empowerment for today. And I want you to have an amazing weekend. And I will see you again, if God is willing, on Monday.